Good morning, Prof. You are welcome to Campus 24/7 News.
Good morning.
Yes. So, first of all, we are at the 2020 Annual Interdisciplinary Conference, which is held at the City Campus of UDS around Chegu. Yes, Prof. We want you to first of all tell us your brief. How do you see today's event?
Well, I consider the event very relevant. It has a very broad theme, covering many aspects of our life, using science, technology, governance, and talking about sustainable development. So I think that it's a very broad theme which is addressing issues across.
So in your remarks, you made mention of the fact that government, even though it's supporting with research and innovation in the country, it's not doing that much as he should have. So perhaps what have propelled you to raise this assertion?
Well, as an academic myself, I'm talking from experience.
Okay.
And I know that funding for research is woefully inadequate, and our facilities are poorly equipped, because in other jurisdictions, a lot of money is voted for research, and all the facilities required for research are provided. So it makes it easy for the academics to apply whatever knowledge they have acquired. It will surprise you to know that many of our people around can do wonders if you put them in the right place. And indeed, they've done cutting-edge research in other countries. And yet they come back here, and it's very difficult to do anything. So what I'm just saying is that, yes, I know that there's a lot of competition for the resources of the state. But if we are to move forward, we need to commit a good chunk of our money to research. Because I have looked at what the allocations that a lot of countries, in fact developed countries, are giving billions of dollars for research. And that is what is informing many of the things that they are doing, which is moving their countries forward. And I'm saying that if we want to move forward as a country, we need to have another look at the way we are handling our facilities in our tertiary institutions, our research institutions. I've had the privilege of seeing what goes on in both places, and I know that we are not adequately resourced to make use of the highly skilled manpower we have within the country. Yeah.
Yes, Prof. Actually, I agree with what you are saying, but then having also looked at the research institutions, can one argue that perhaps why government is not supporting is that our research focus is usually more of academic than industry and innovation?
Well, it is not true, because entirely true. Sorry, because research in whatever form, we have basic research and we have applied research, and all these are useful. Because I will tell you that a lot of the people who have made great discoveries actually relied on the basic information that has been provided by others through their basic research. And so it is very important. What I'm concerned about is whether it is basic research or applied research, the information should be disseminated properly. This is where I may say that academics need to do better, because we write papers that our peers would like to read. But unfortunately, policy makers, decision makers at the top do not have time to read academic papers. So I think that whatever research we do, we should find another way of sharing it in a form that will be easily used by policymakers, and make it such that they can easily access the information. Because most of our researchers are gathering dust on our shelves, and we have not disseminated it in a way that it can be easily accessed. So this is what I would suggest, that researchers should find other forms of, there are various ways of disseminating research other than just academic publications, which of course we use for our promotion. But if they are to be relevant for national development, then we need to present them in simpler forms so that other people can read.
So, Prof, on the issue of research papers being kept on shelves for a long time, someone talked about the mandates of the University for Development Studies, where you currently work, and as the Dean of the Graduate School and someone who has served as the Director of the Quality Assurance Directorate, I want to inquire the UDS community. Several students have done many research works, basically on community development, that is their third trimester for practical program. Has UDS in any way tried to present these findings from the communities, they are profiling and emanating problems from such communities to government? Because UDS has done, almost in the northern parts of Ghana, they have done research in almost every community. And this is the basis for which government should be able to identify communities that are lacking behind and how they can help them to step up. So has UDS also as an institution tried their best to influence government in relying on UDS data for national development?
Yes, I would say that to some extent we've done that. And actually, development partners, NGOs, and even our assemblies, our district assemblies, have actually used this information for their development intervention. Unfortunately, it's not easy to see that directly, but the reports are usually shared with them. And they study the reports, they look at the recommendations, and as a result, some interventions have been carried out in some of the communities that our students have been. Now, UDS, yes, UDS over the years had not consciously packaged the reports in a way that could easily be assessed. But along the line, the decision was taken to do so. And I know we are in the course of packaging everything properly so that it can be assessed. Also, I recall that the government actually asked UDS to provide a comprehensive report on the TTFPP to inform some intervention. Yes.
Thank you so much. And then just in wrap, I would like to ask what advice do you have for amateur researchers in the country?
Well, the amateur researchers, I would say, should try to be original in whatever they do. What is coming to our notice, and which is very serious, is that there's a lot of plagiarism going on. Okay, people want to conduct research and they just Google or find any resource, any already published material, and they try to plagiarize, and that is serious because we know that sometimes it's even just the personal and other small details that are changed, but whole documents are picked by researchers. We should avoid that. If whatever research you are doing, if only you've identified your program properly, you should be able to do it. So it's not proper to just look around and pick a topic around something that has been done already and then try to copy it. Because first of all, you are deceiving the public. Whatever you send out there will be misleading. And should any development person or the government decide to rely on a recommendation from false research finding, it will not be appropriate. Yeah. So I think that, yes, even with the challenges, we have managed to survive. We have been doing some basic research, we've been doing few things with the limited resources at our disposal. But these days, people have the tendency to just plagiarize documents. And I have evidence of some of these things that are going on. So I'll tell amateur researchers that it is a process, and if you go through it properly, with time, you will sharpen your skills, and you can also have mentors. Get mentors who will mentor you, senior people. If you look around, you see that some people have risen. They have risen because they have researched, they have published. So if you allow them to mentor you, you will also acquire the skills and then be able to do very genuine research. Okay, no matter how rudimentary it is, but it should be done properly.
Thank you so much, Prof. It has been nice talking to you.
You're welcome.
Okay, have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have been speaking with Professor Elias N. Sowley. This is Campus 24/7 News. My name is Zakari Abdul Hakim reporting.